Hey there. Am I unmuted? Did I do it? Are we here? I did it. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Debate Hub. And apparently I'm off to this. Oh, wait, how did that happen? Oh, there we go. Hey, there. There it goes. We got it right this time. Welcome to Debate Hub. Gonna get hiccups like this. Welcome to my life. This has been my whole day. I actually got myself a drink. I put it in the freezer, and now it's almost entirely frozen. It's almost solid. It's starting to melt now.
Slushy? Slushy is good.
Oh, I know. I was excited. Today we have the lovely Shirley with us, and I'm so excited that you were able to join us. And I'm so excited to hear what you have to say because I was reading through some of your text messages. And for anybody who doesn't know, we had talked to Free Thought Prophet and we talked to Seamus and John, and they gave us a big old rundown of everything that had happened with AAI, that's Atheist Alliance International, and what have they been doing with their elections. And so we got Shirley on because they definitely highly recommended you to tell us sort of what had gone on with you and what had happened. So why don't you start off by telling people who you are?
Hi, Shesh. Thank you for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here today on a Saturday. Glad to meet you. So I'm Shirley Rivera. Like you say, I'm from Puerto Rico. I represent Atheists of Puerto Rico. I'm the founder of Atheists of Puerto Rico. I work with Humanists of Puerto Rico, and I've been the president of Atheists of Puerto Rico since 2014. I also the spokesperson for the Latino America Coalition of Atheists, which is gather around 12, 13 groups from Latin America. So I'm the spokesperson, and I'm very happy to doing that job.
Yeah. Well,
And
how long have you been doing? How long have you been doing that for?
wow, for probably like 5 or 6 years. Yeah, some time. And I also was the regional director of Puerto Rico and Oklahoma for American Atheist years ago. I worked with them for about 5 to 8 years, I think. As a volunteer, the whole thing, volunteer member and state director for some time. And then I joined Atheist Alliance International for about 2 years, since 2019, November 2019. And I recently resigned on last May before the elections. So here I am, an activist.
Yes. Atheist activist, humanist activist, spokesperson. And so how did you get involved with Atheist Alliance International specifically?
So I got invited by the board at that time, David Silverman, when he got as executive director for Atheist Alliance International. I got the invitation to assist and help to bring the community, the Hispanic community, together, because the participation of the Latinos in Atheist Alliance International was zero. So they didn't have really any connections or any type of representation for atheists in the speak Spanish. They were having two affiliates, which is, I believe it was Atheists of Spain and Atheists of Peru, but they really didn't engage with them.
Oh, we lost your audio. Did you? Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
so they invited me, and I accepted because I thought it would be a great opportunity for the Spanish speaking atheists that also live in United States. Like me, I live in now in Texas. I came from Kansas City. Now I'm in close to Fort Worth, Dallas. And yeah, I think but that time it was a great opportunity, and I didn't know that much about Atheist Alliance International by then, honestly. But I thought that, David Silverman, good or bad, is, a good atheist activist. So I thought that he coming into Atheist Alliance International and invited me. Since I worked with him in American Atheists before, I thought it would be something that is really cool, because he tends to be an activist that really put hands on what he planned.
He's a
So
very
I thought,
hands-on guy.
yeah, David Silverman's a hands-on guy. So, and I'm kind of the same, really. So I thought, well, I got invited to this. I didn't know anybody else, so I accepted, and that's how I got with AAI Alliance International
And you
by that
stayed
time.
with them for 3 years, you said?
Until May. Yeah, November 2000. I don't have the exact number, but November 2019 until May this year.
And how many presidents did you see go by from Silverman until you left?
So Silverman was executive director. Like,
Gotcha.
they make that position to bring him in. But the president has been always Howard.
Okay, okay. And so
Since
what
2017 or 18.
Gotcha.
He's been the president always.
So what had happened between point A and between when you were brought in and then when you decided to leave?
So the first month, I think that I got in, the first thing that happened, it was the Bill, which is the vice president, got accused of stealing more than $50,000 from PayPal and Google Ads. He was accused by Courtney, which is the lady that called herself Momless Atheist. And she was also part of the volunteer team. I didn't know her by that time. She's a really awful person in my opinion anyways, but she accused him of stealing 52, I think, $1,000.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So he said that he didn't steal it. He write a statement and answer all their concerns, and he said that by that time, this is a story that I know. I was new by that time, but he didn't steal it. It's just that it was more convenient to go to his PayPal. So then he will pass it or transfer to Atheist Alliance International accounts, and that he give explanation about it. I never have the papers about it, so I don't know. I cannot say one thing or the other that he did or he didn't because I don't have any evidence about that. I only talk about what I can prove personally. But yeah, so by that time, the accusation was that he stole $52,000 from Google Ads. He was the one writing the blog, so he thought that it was more easy because his blogs are the ones that take the traffic and all these things. So that was right away when I start. Bridget and Courtney resigned. That's when IAA born, a group that has been dissolved already. It didn't went that good. They kind of do the same thing. They just handle it between two person and having a board. They did a data theft, which is they stole more than I think 20,000 of emails from Atheist Alliance International by that time.
So this was a security breach then.
Yeah, so basically what they did is that they transfer or save from the drive all the emails, and when they start their no profit, they start sending email asking for donations and newsletters. Actually, I'm one of the person that received emails and I never subscribed to them. So I was receiving emails from them and I never subscribed or never became a member. So Michael Sherlock, when he became the executive director, he did an investigation and he found out that yes, that they did transfer that, and the way they did it is through the emails and certain things that Bill, Fotis, and Howard didn't protect at that time. So they were still having access to those emails after they quit. And they started no feed without more than 20,000 emails. But at that time, we had a couple meetings and we agreed they should be accountable for that legally. And because that's privacy for the emails, the people didn't consent to them to have their emails. But AAI, Howard, specifically the president, was really avoiding do that for whatever reason he was having. And we all always concerns about it. We always push about it. Even Michael Sherlock tried to go ahead against that because it was totally wrong. But for some reason, he never wanted to. And even a couple times he said that he talked with the attorney general about it, and he never showed us proof about that he did talk or what it was the feedback or the input about.
Why would you even need to talk to an attorney general about that? That's just a matter of like general ethics.
We don't know. I give them my best legal advice. I think that was a total digital violation, easy to prove, and it happened. And other members that are already no longer on the board also were agreed that we should go ahead. And that's when I started seeing that these people really didn't care about anything, even at data theft, which is many blogs about that. You can search data theft, and Michael Sherlock wrote about it when he actually resigned too. Yes. And it was serious. That was that took pretty much the whole 2020. Trying to convince the president that we should do something. And he was just avoiding do that. And I remember by that time that he was telling us that he didn't have communication with the previous president, which is it was Miss Gale. Miss Gale became the president or executive director of this second group, the IAA, and she was the previous president. So,
Mm.
in my opinion, he couldn't report this because he was still friend with a person that he was ex-president of Atheist Alliance International that after became the executive director or the director of this new group that stole the data.
So from when
And
you joined, there was an ethical issue about funds and money.
mhm.
Then there was an issue about information, and now there's an issue of conflict of interest of taking care of any of these issues.
Yes,
What a way to
and
start
again,
off! Wow.
yes, and this is when I say wrongdoing.
Mhm.
I'm not saying elections. I'm not saying ballots because they're all just focused on why you resigned the day after the AGM, right? Or why you don't stay to fix this. No, we cannot fix this, period. This is no one thing or two things. This is a pattern. This is a systematic process and system that is just designed to have all these gaps and have all this corruption. And when I say corruption, let me be clear. Corruption is not just steal money or scam people, spam people. Corruption is also not be accountable for things that you already proved that you have done. Corruption is also try to cover the wrongdoing of others.
Yes.
Corruption is provide a system that allow people not get accountable for what they do. And corruption is also when you shine a bala in to allow all these things from happening, right?
Right.
So what I
Checks and
have right now,
balances.
yeah, jumping from the story, what I have right now is a board that is using the bylaws like a Bible to justify genocide and violations and slavery. So this is technically, oh, isn't the bylaws technically it's no illegal? And I'm
Dogmatic.
like, hey, you write your own bylaws. And this is actually unethical and it's not democratic. And what I'm saying it is this has been managed as a corporation, not as a no profit.
Right.
And it's two different. One thing could be legal and illegal, and another thing is what is ethical and what it's not. Right. And this is where they normalize this corporation idea that we are three people, we know what is going to work, we know how function. No, when you work in a no profit, you like it or not, you're working for people, and you need and you're volunteer, you need have to accept all the things that come against you and the criticism, otherwise
Right.
don't get in this business. And I think this is a problem of micromanagement too,
Mm.
because today Billy was on my page saying that the board have the right by the bylaws to choose their members that are gonna cover those roles. And I'm like, then why you have affiliates in elections? Really?
What's
Just
the
do it.
point? Yeah.
What is the
What are
point
you
to have elections?
grandstanding for?
Why
Yeah.
are you running in that trouble making people on a Sunday waste their day once a year for 4 hours to vote if you already make the elections because the board have the right to do the elections and assign directors to the roles. So if you have the right by your own bylaws that you wrote, then just keep doing that job and good luck with that. Because you're
Yeah.
gonna run out of volunteers, seriously. When you have a no profit, you need have to work vertical, not horizontal, because people are gonna leave. Because you have leaders, you need have to work with their ideas, and everybody need have to contribute. When you have people
Right.
left behind, you making all the decisions today or tomorrow, the people are gonna be gone because they feel they are not useful,
Right.
and they are the doesn't count, and the affiliates, right? So this is all come
Yep.
to the point that I wrote the bylaws, and the bylaws say that I'm not doing anything illegal, so I will keep doing it. And but I was still wanting all these people to help me to make decisions that I already made. So it's just like a whole silly, stupid thing without
Smoke
no.
and mirrors. They're
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like
like,
peacock feathers that are just like, look at all the cool stuff we have, but there's no integrity to be found.
yeah, yeah. It is no sense, like 100% no sense. Like you're just telling me, for the record, this you can go to my Facebook right now, Shirley Rivera, my personal profile. Bill brought today the directors have the right to assign directors for the roles that are vacant. Okay, then why you do elections?
Why are you
Why
wasting
you do
everybody's
elections?
time?
Fine with it. I'm fine. That's your ballot. Fine, great. Then don't make us waste our time. Don't say we send ballots because you're literally saying that this is how you operate and function. Then fine, just don't deny it. Don't try to pretend and gaslighting people saying, hey, yes, you can vote, you can nominate people, you can nominate somebody when you already 4 months before you say, hey, David Orenstein is going to be the next president. Nina is going to be the next vice president. Polgar is going to be the next development director and fundraiser. And Ebuka is going to be the director of Africa. And Jamila is going to be the director of North America. Then don't make me waste my time.
Yeah, if you're gonna appoint people because you believe you know best, then that's not how democracy works. And it's fine if you want to run
Exactly.
that way.
Yeah, it's fine if you don't run that way, but just don't make all these people show up in an election that doesn't exist because you already made it. So it's like a no sense, no point. And they're so liars that they're kind of like choking in their own glass of water. And it's like, I'm atheist. Do you think I'm a Christian that follow you and believe all the things you say? No, I'm a free thinker. I'm a
Right.
rational person. I'm a skeptic, right? This is not about trust what you're telling me. You are telling me something and I analyze it and I see what you're doing and I see that what you're saying but versus what you're doing doesn't go together. So something is happening.
Yeah.
And going back to the story, right? Um, one of the most frustrating things as a volunteer is that nothing that you suggest or other people suggest gets support. And when I told them, ask to Tina why she resigned, ask to Andy why he resigned, ask to Rosie why she resigned, actually ask to yourself why Howard, the president, resigned, right? Like, don't ask to Shirley why you resigned the day before the AGM. No, I'm just Shirley. Ask why all these volunteers resigned too in the same year. And
Right.
and it's because it's a problem there where people are happy, they work. You know what? Atheists of Puerto Rico have the same people and the same volunteers and the same roles. We really don't have like the whole election or board system. We're just very socialist. Really, we all contribute in a different role. We have attorney, and he don't even have to be a director. He's just our attorney. That's it. We have a person that do writing. He's not the director of anything. He's just the person that manages the website because he's good at it. And that's how we work. And nobody's the boss of anybody.
You work
And
together.
we've been the same. And we've been working like that since 2014 because nobody's the boss of anybody. Nobody say you have to do this or do that. No, we are smart people. We know what to do. We have talents, and we just do the job that we got to do. And the day that I'm tired of do what I do, which is public relations side, then I'm tired of that. Then I just say bye, Felicia, and
Do,
go, and
do
that's
you
it.
think that maybe they're concerned about it's never, oh, hey, Shirley, why did you leave? It's Shirley, why did you leave at this particular time? Do you think
No, I
that's
think
like a
it's why
PR stunt?
Shirley, why you public what we're doing wrong? That's what they are pissed about it,
That's what they're really asking.
and they are pissed about it because the 7 groups that I bring, they left with me. And they actually want the main reason why I resigned. No, me. I was wanting to resign too because all the wrongdoing, but the key piece that I say I'm devoted to these people, not to them.
Hmm.
I'm devoted to the people from Latin America that I've been working for years since I have freaking 18 years old. I've been in this business since I'm finished high school. And I have now 33 and I've been dedicated all my adult life to activism. Like activism, not just being a computer telling to other people what to do. I've
Yeah.
been capital, I've been doing rallies, I protest, all kind of things. And I know how things work out there. And to me it's like I'm not gonna throw that through the cliff because these people in UK behind a computer are doing all this, and they really don't care about atheists. They really don't care about what's going on in Colombia. They don't care about what's going on in Puerto Rico. They just care about the affiliates bring members to them, and that's it. That's the truth.
Yeah, it's a matter of getting stuff done versus building a brand, and building a brand is not what there are parts of that that are important to activism to get your message across. But if you're an activist and you're in a UN group that's recognized by as an international organization, getting caught up in the privilege of some of the local American politics when you've got
Mhm.
other countries that are people are dying, people are suffering, and you're trying to make political change in those areas from a humanist
For sure.
perspective, like it's
Yeah.
sounds sticky.
Yeah, and one of the very, very concerning things that I say is this org has been totally polarized to the administrative and image. It is, and then the actual activism. Like you don't see them. They have a chair in the United Nations, and we don't even have the video when Howard went. We don't even know what's going on. We have the a chair in the Council of Europe. What the heck they do? Even Atheists of Ireland
Yeah.
participate on without AAI. So I'm like, I did a fundraiser to help people. They were needing some money for their school, the humanist school, and I'm like, we don't need it. Like, really, if I wanna help these people, I just open a GoFundMe and send them to them. If
Right.
I want to advertise an event, I just post it on my Facebook.
Do you know when the
I mean,
last
like,
time they
really.
actually completed or did anything was as AAI?
Well, they've been helping Mubarak. Mubarak has been getting help. Mubarak Bala, that he's on prison right now for blasphemy.
Mm,
Um, he's been getting help from different orgs, including Atheist Alliance International, and they also been helping other people. They, sending money for legal matters. That's pretty much what they do, but not in the amount that they have the potential to do. And that's one of the really sad things that, to me, um, people say, "What? Fuck them." And I'm like, I know we can say fuck them. Even atheists of Latin America have been telling them we don't need them. They they never contribute to us anything. It's like no difference. And I'm like, and that's true. But it's really sad that the only resource that we can actually maximize, like in a big scale, is getting lost because they waste their time trying to make bylaws to cover up themselves, trying to make changes in the board to make it better. And I don't know, everybody always resign, and trying to do this, do that. Let's make more blogs, let's make more videos, let's make more podcasts. I'm like, that's great, but it's many groups doing all that. We have podcasts for atheists everywhere. We
right.
have blogs. We have people like Richard Carrier writing every day. We have people like Richard Dawkins. We have people like Mark Lahonti, Aaron Rabb writing books. Michael Sherlock blogging. Everybody blog. Like we should be doing, charity, but like charity, like saving AIDS is on danger. Not using that as a phrase to cover that you are doing something. Like, oh, I'm stealing $50,000, but hey, don't worry because we're saving one atheist in danger. We sent $2,000 for his legal fees.
Yeah.
No, we should be doing more. We should be is doing sponsorship. We should be sending resources to schools, the humanist schools that are in Nigeria, Uganda. We do have schools right now, humanist schools. The school for Bambala, the school for Muawansi. That's schools that are right there needing help. You know how long it took me to convince bodies to get $2,000 to help Director Gugaganti for the school Eagle Primary, $2,000 for fix the roof after a rain? 6 months.
S-
And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. And that was not my region.
six
But it was
months.
6 months. And the school was about to start because COVID, it was going away. Well, it didn't go away, but the restrictions were going away.
Right.
And they were lifting so the school could start operating, but the rain destroyed the roof. And I told to the director, Wagwansi, how much do you need to the roof at least? Because these people are not gonna give me the money that you need for replace the books and the stuff. And he said for the roof, we're gonna do the work. We just need the money for the materials and the supplies.
Supplies.
So it will be, I think it was like 1,600 or something like that. And I told them 2,000. And I say it's 1,600, but whatever else they need, who cares? $2,000.
Just round it up, yeah.
Yeah, just round it up. 6 months to the board approve that. And I'm like, we should have money for that. That's what we're collecting money for. That's what people donate money.
Yeah, where's all those money going at that point?
Exactly. So it took me, but however, Sarah Kate got arrested for blasphemy or for whatever because she didn't return the chip of her cell phone when she got to her country, and she was with 2 passports. In that country, regulations say you only can have one. When you after you land, you only have to return one, and when you fly back, you get both back again. She got arrested, and they sent her $1,000 because she didn't have work. And I'm like, and she resigned from the advisory board, and she don't want nothing to do with them now. And I'm like, what it costs you months to send $2,000 to kids, 40 something kids, they lose their roof in their humanist school, and we know they do the job. They send us pictures of everything, freaking everything. Everything that they do, they say.
They're just like, I have 2 more pictures than I could ever possibly want about this.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need pictures. Like, I don't care. I know you guys have necessity. I really don't care. Even if you buy rice instead of a roof, I don't care. They need it. Seriously. Right. And they're humanists. They're atheists. This humanist school, the government barely allowed to assist. And we supposed to be sponsorship these schools. You know what? AAI should be stop everything they're doing and focus on build freaking humanist schools in the entire Africa. That's what they should be doing.
Well, they would have to be doing something to stop doing things.
Yeah, like seriously, like we're supposed to doing that. Because you know what? You have the volunteers there. Right. You have volunteers there. They are willing to teach these kids. They just don't have resources to function. They just don't have money. So let's donate to them. No, that's too hard. But if it's Sarah Kay, an atheist, they fly for some reason to Tasmania, I think it was, or something like that. I don't even remember where she fly. Tanzania? I don't know. And she got arrested because nothing to do with atheism, but she's atheist, and they sent her money right away. And I'm like, and they asked us first $2,000, and I'm like, no. If I lose my job, are you going to send me $2,000? No. So why?
What are you doing? Yeah, that's not your place. That's not what you're here for. That's not what people are donated for.
To the unemployment place.
Yeah. I as I was I did a kind of a little bit of a dive into a guy who runs the Canadian Atheist, and I noticed they were part of AAI.
Scott? Scott?
No, Scott? His name is Randolph Richardson.
Oh, I'm not sure. No.
Yeah, I looked into, and I saw that he had said on his websites that he was affiliated with AAI, and I was like, is this guy actually affiliated with you, or is he giving you money to be like a member? Like what? Because like he was saying that this was the hub for Canadian Atheists International, and their hub was a 7-Eleven PO box that was shared with his other personal business. And maybe maybe a UFO place.
Okay.
Right? And it's just like, listen, I don't care, but this makes no sense, and I don't understand what's going on. So I reached out to AAI, and I didn't hear back. I did hear back. I did hear back from David.
2022. Unless you are living in, I don't know, in North Korea or Afghanistan, you don't have any problem to have a no profit.
Canada doesn't count as international.
In a mailbox or whatever.
Yeah. So we had I did reach out to David to see if he would be willing to come on to talk to Barry, because I saw the Free Thought Prophet stream that you were in the side chat for. I was watching this, and I was just like, What the fuck? Now, he agreed to come on sometime next month because he said he wanted to go and get information, and he said he wanted to, like, talk to all the members so that way he can actually have answers for when he shows up. And I said, no problem, no worries. But now I hear he's resigned. Oh, he also wanted to bring Bill on, so they had to come. They came as a pair. So,
Bill should be the one showing up by himself, because this is the thing. David Orenstein,
mhm,
why these people bring him in and I told him the truth about all the things were going on. It's
mhm,
like I work for Walmart, let's say,
mhm.
and I messed up all the aisle and throw all the food to the floor, and then I hire somebody so that next person clean it up.
So you don't think that David actually knows much of anything, or do you
He
think he's
knows
playing
what he
stupid?
did, but they make him sign a no disclosure agreement, so he cannot speak about his time of AAI because
Mm.
because AI now made all his board sign a no disclosure agreement because they're so transparent that they
So
warn their
transparent.
neighbors.
If you have
Yes, they're so
questions for me,
transparent.
reach out to me in DMs. Very transparent.
Yeah, but today, today Bill say the David Orenstein, the reason that he resigned is because he was very stressed out about all the things that were happening, and he's an academic and he was having good intentions. But he resigned because the stress. His wife and his doctor recommend him to get out from the stress of to be the spotlight of this controversy.
His wife.
And I'm like, because we are been so mean, pointing out all
Oh.
this wrongdoing, and we bring him stress. And you know what? We didn't bring him stress. And I always told to David Orenstein, if you get nominated, I will be the first one to vote for you. But you know what? You take the wrong road. You accept a role without elections before the elections, and they were transitioning, and you were assistant to board meetings before the elections. So your name is already, you ruin any possibility.
I feel
And
like now you work in PR. You let me know if I'm off base with this one. Him moving away from AAI the way he's currently doing it is not going to take heat off of him.
no, and the problem it was not him really.
Right.
Like the problem was not they owed or signed. The problem it was that he accepted the role. We're telling him the truth that they people didn't tell him. He keep rolling the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He went to a podcast and tried to cover the lies of AI.
Yep.
And that was and because we have the evidence.
Right.
This is not something that we are making defamation, whistleblower. No, this is you tell us that we're lying. Here is our proof. That's it. We just show we evidence while supporting what we are saying. That's it.
Yeah.
And David Owerstein, after we already told him this is the truth, we sent John Hamill sent him a letter explaining each thing. John Hamill from Atheists of Ireland took his time to put together all the evidence.
Yeah.
Thank you to him because I will not have time to do that like so good that he did.
Yeah, he
He
did a
put
fantastic
44,
job.
yeah, he put 44 pages together, recollecting what we can prove. So maybe if it was things that we don't have evidence, it will be maybe 200 pages. But the things that we can prove are in those 44 pages. And he put that together and he sent it to them. He sent it to Nina. He sent it to Jamila Bey. And these people are still on the board. But after Nina resigned, after him, but you know what? He keep win the role. And he say what we can have done to fix it, to build this up and move forward. And we explained to him it's not about move forward. That sounds fantastic. But we cannot move forward because we don't recognize you as a president because we didn't vote for you.
Right.
So by just starting, this is wrong because we didn't vote for you. Oh, the ballots. He said that he didn't do anything illegal because the ballots allow him to just be elected with one vote. So he admitted that he was elected with one vote. He also admitted that he got invited by email, by messenger in Facebook. Polgar also admitted that he was contacted by David Orenstein to participate. They all admit this to us. We had conversations with them. I had conversations with them through Zoom. We met
Yeah,
to
this
try to
doesn't
put things
sound like
together.
he didn't know what's going on. It sounds like
He
there are
knows what is going
some
on,
things that he didn't know about, but it escalated
yeah,
out of what he thought was.
and like John Hammond told them, we are telling you the truth, and you choose what to do. You can stay, and we're gonna target you, and we're not gonna stop.
Well, even if
I'm not
he,
gonna stop.
right, even if he
But
stays or even if he
that's
leaves,
why he resigned.
right, his
He resigned
actions.
after I prove and other colleagues approve the Atheist Alliance International permission to operate has been revoked in the state of California. So he
So
was willing to continue rolling the ball, even with all the corruption and the wrongdoing that we've been reporting. But the thing that made him step back, he was actually, this is Bill words this morning, today. The reason why he resigned, oh, because our fault. But what made him take the decision, it was that he found out that we post that it was revoked the good standing. And I'm like, so wait a minute. So he was as an academic and a professional, he was willing to operate in a no profit that is not letting the affiliates participate. He was willing to continue to lead our organization where people are disappointed in claiming and are pointing corruption. And I'm pointing him, hey, if you resign, we're gonna vote for you, but you have to do the right thing. And you're still willing not to do that. On top of that, you got invited and elected, virtually elected, before the elections, before the people vote. So you are willing to you literally fool that people. Hey, vote for me, but you're already elected because you just need one vote, and the previous president give you the vote. So the previous president give you the vote. The with seconded by the regional director of Africa, Ebuka. So you literally win one vote from a person that is resigning because he's running away of the mess. And you are so happy to admit that and keep rolling the ball of the org. But hey, when you find out that you cannot do anything by the state of California and you can get investigated for operating at org that is not in good standing, because if you read the laws of the state of California, say you cannot operate, receive donations, or make any fundraising, and directors and chairmen are in risk of get persecuted if they
okay.
operate. So he didn't resign to do the right thing. He didn't resign because we're getting stressed out. He got resigned because he didn't have choice, because he was in an org that doesn't have even permission to operate.
Yeah, he's resigning
And
from a nothing burger now. There's not even anything to resign from if you've got an organization that can't
like I said,
do
yeah,
anything. So what okay,
exactly.
so what had happened in California? They're not allowed to accept donations. They're not allowed to solicit donations.
And
So
operate.
okay, so what are they allowed to do? Reapply?
Nothing. Reapply and wait months until they get accepted back again.
So so if David was going to have an opportunity where he doesn't have to be responsible for doing what the organization's supposed to be doing and wanted an opportunity to be able to restructure and rebuild everything from the ground up and take the corruption out, this would have been the perfect opportunity to do so.
Yeah, and he is the first one saying that we should build all together. So he should be stay to rebuild
But
everything
he
together.
wants you to be together on his terms. He's not willing to even compromise.
Not even his terms. He didn't have any power on Bill's terms and Foddy's terms.
Oh, because is he like a Muppet? Is he a talking head for Bill?
I'm pretty sure. I will be really honest. Inside him, he agree with us. He know that we are on the right side. He know that our point is the right point.
Right.
And
So,
I can tell you that.
Why do you think, yeah, then why do you think he's
But
just
I'm
doing
not,
this anyway?
because we are not the ones in power of AAI.
But AI doesn't have any power anymore. They
That's
can't
what
do
they thought.
anything.
That's what they thought.
I think I'm
Until
okay. Here's
a
my
week
thing.
ago.
Here's my thing though. David is in a position that his behavior and decision making and actions that he took throughout this are going to follow him to whatever next thing he does. because of how
Mhm.
poorly he handled this. So even
Mhm.
resigning, it might take a little bit of pressure off of him in the short term, but in the long term, the next time he goes to work on something, everybody's gonna go, "Hey, wait a minute, weren't you that guy that?"
Previous president. Yeah, and it's really sad, honestly, because a person like him that work in a university is a academic. Why you get in a mess like this? Seriously, at the end of your career, right? Why you don't listen to us? Like he was wanting to talk behind the scenes, but those talks, even the same bill,
Transparency. Talk behind the scenes.
when and I talk with other members and the new elected board members. I talk with them in private, with some of them by phone, by Zoom. And the only one I never have opportunity to talk it was Nina. I don't know exactly. I don't know much about her anyways. But I have opportunity to talk with each single of them. And the impression it is that these people have been sent to talk with us. But the real people that are causing all these problems, they don't face this. Why fathers don't say, Shirley, yeah, let's have a meeting, let's put things straight up. Why Bill don't say, hey Shirley, let's have a Zoom call right now, let's put things together. Or Howard, no, he ran away. Howard ran away. And if you really want to understand our point, you cannot start coming, hey, the Bible allow me to do this. It's like on my Bible here, Jesus say that I can kill all the black people. Jesus say that the woman had to be at home taking care of the kids because my Bible say it and
Right.
God write it. And you know what? It's okay to have slaves, and not pay to them and force them to work because, my Bible. Literally, this is what these people are doing.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Like my
Well,
bylaws that I draw, say that it's okay one vote to choose a person that will represent all the countries that we have affiliates. It's okay to have one person representing 7 affiliates in Latin America. It's totally okay. He just need one vote for somebody that don't even live in Latin America, but he's gonna represent them. No, come on. This is not about legal or illegal. It's common sense. Where your common sense went?
well, with how
Like,
much of that was like part of the wokeism representation thing, they're being pretty not very representative.
yeah, the whole deal it is, right? Like they admit, actually, very sad that it wasn't recorded. I wish it was recorded. That they think that the feminists and the woke people are gonna take over AAI, and they need to protect AAI for these people, and this is really true.
Aren't they the ones
We
who
have
took didn't they take Michael
I don't
Sherlock
know.
and put him on not paid leave because they didn't like a word he used because the woke crowd went after him? What do you mean they don't want the woke people to take over? You're already letting that happen. What do you what?
Yeah, and then
Oh no. Oh no.
so
Okay.
literally, these
Whew.
people don't even have a point. Honestly, it's like a no sense already. They today I'm
Yeah.
wasting my time simply. This is not about the elections. Like already, the elections is just the last drop, the fall in the glass.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and it's not the first time they happen. And this is really funny because they're saying to all these new people that I'm crazy, that John Hamill is crazy, the leprechauns, the crazy Puerto Rican, and
I want to be a
you know,
leprechaun. I'm
yeah,
short enough.
leprechaun.
I
I
drink enough.
know, I me too, and I love green, so I qualify.
Yeah.
So so the funny thing is they fired Michael technically because he said cunts to these people that maybe deserve it. And
Maybe
technically
deserve it.
and technically in Australia it's nothing wrong, right? Like in
Yeah,
Puerto
yeah,
Rico.
yeah.
In Puerto Rico, you say certain words, right? Because we are so multicultural in Puerto Rico. That
Right,
you really
right.
don't have this black people, white people, we are just people.
Yeah.
And you don't have this classism style of life. You can see poor people drinking in the same bar of the rich people, like really nobody
Yeah.
cares. That's only here. And we don't grow with that. And when we come here and say this stuff, people are looking at you like,
Oh, it gets better. They're even worse. So they didn't like that Michael Sherlock said the word cunt, but they're totally fine with calling all these guys leprechauns.
Exactly, exactly. And he don't get fired. But you know what he say that he didn't say on public. It's different.
Oh, okay.
So you can call all the woke people cunts or whatever, but
As long
hey,
as you do
in
it
your
behind their
bathroom,
as long as you do it
inside
behind
your
their back.
bathroom,
Yeah.
yeah, inside your closet's fine, inside your bathroom is fine, but not on Twitter.
Oh man, this is why I work on my own channel by myself. I represent me and I don't have to worry. And even then I barely represent myself most of the time. I'm just like, listen, I can't
I
be
know.
held responsible. I
I
have
mean,
an IQ of 62. Leave me alone.
yeah, and I'm like, this just make me want to go back to the church. Really? I mean, I thought the atheist would give some freedom to say what I think and how I think, but I'm like, this is worse than the church. Seriously.
More
Like, I need
repressive.
to watch each word. I need to make sure that I don't offend anybody. It's like it's just like
I
all right,
remember
I'm looking
once upon a
at
time
myself.
being an atheist just in of itself was offensive, and and that they owned it. It's just like, listen, we might offend you, but what's the point we're making? That's
Exactly.
what it's about, making changes that matter and help people overall, not whether or not some white woman in suburbia is gonna not like the word cunt in a totally different country.
Exactly. And this is the point that I'm saying. Not just with this is sittings by contest, right?
Right.
So part of being rational, smart, intelligent, and an atheist and a free thinker, I thought it would be sittings under contest, right?
Right.
Because imagine me trying to read a book from, I don't know, the 17th century and apply all the things that we do now, right? So
Right.
it's not going to make any sense. I have to like picture myself to understand these books. But then I'm like, well, we don't do the same with everything. Like if you grow in a different place and your language is different, and it's okay if you're from Australia, it's okay to say cunts. Can you think that this person is from Australia or Tasmania or whatever? you know, can you
Yeah.
actually put that in perspective that they really don't care and they're not touchy and crybaby like us? So
Right.
just let it
Well,
go
to me,
and
it's
roll
just
the
like there's a
ball.
level of privilege, right? There's a level of privilege of being like, well, this person doesn't, it can't work right now. She could apply. She broke some rules, so she's stuck somewhere. She could apply for unemployment, but we're gonna help her out, and she's entitled to that. Meanwhile, kids don't have a roof in their school, but we're gonna be angry about the word cunt.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, and actually to kind of I mentioned this already, but this roof in the school, it was not the only thing that it was frustrating. We have girls asking for funds in a school that is affiliated to AAI in North Africa. I don't remember the country. Rosie Guastella remember because she was working with them. And these girls this break my heart seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for funds to buy pads, tampons, and hygiene stuff
Yeah.
to AAI directly. And Foti say no because that was not a secular or atheist cause.
What?
And this group is affiliate.
That.
So that tells you this happened last year. And that tells you, and I don't have the name of the group right now, but it's a group of girls. And they asked for money through Rosie and Michael Sherlock. And I think Michael Sherlock another group too. They asked for money to us for buy tampons and pads, and Foti say that it was no a secular thing because I guess
I didn't know my period was divine. Thank you, I guess.
yes. So you know what?
What?
If your period is not atheist, I'm sorry for you.
Oh. Hmm.
So and the
How do you
group in this group
determine
is
that?
affiliated. So again, I'm not sure what is good standing with AAI at this point. I'm
Right.
not sure what is be a formal group. Like what is a formal and informal group? Because they say you cannot vote because you're informal, but you can vote, but you can be affiliate even if you're informal. It's okay with us that you pay the membership to become affiliates, even if you're informal, but it's when it's the day for vote. then bye, Felicia. But then if you became affiliate from Africa, fine, we want you. But if your girls want tampons and pads, no, that's not secular. Like seriously, you can meme these people every day.
I,
Like,
I,
seriously,
it's a joke. This is
it's
an
a joke.
organization
Like
that
seriously.
was opening schools, working on secular humanism, working towards getting laws changed, working
Hmm.
on uniting for atheists under at least good causes that people could generally agree on, like, access to education, secular charities, things like that, to devolving into a walking meme of some old white man who won't give paying women members access to hygiene products.
Yeah,
Yay! Don't say the word cunt.
they are cunts. They are. They are. They are. And that should be their banner on their Atheist Alliance International. We are the cunts of atheism.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Literally.
so, and they've lost charity status. They're not allowed to operate to this point anymore.
Deserve it, actually. I don't even feel bad about it.
No, they don't. Absolutely. No, I agree
They
with
help
you.
Yeah, they don't help anybody. Yeah. So I mean, like, if you're getting donations, that's some good thing to do. But I think, they are girls. Who cares? They're from Africa. That's
Well, we
not
can't give them anything. They're the feminists that might take over.
yeah, the feminists will take over of the tampons.
I had a conversation in my
We
Discord
laugh,
once.
we laugh, but this is like really like
Well,
seriously.
it's the point where
It's
it's
like,
absurd, right? Like
yeah, I'm
it's
like,
so absurd you have to laugh at it.
yeah, I'm like, I don't even know how to take these people. Like, seriously, you want me to take them serious? And all these women that are joining the board now, seriously, can live and go to sleep being part of this crap. When
Yeah.
we're good luck to them, because they told me to shut up a bunch of time and be quiet and say you are paying a butt. So good
Well,
luck to them,
listen. The
you
problem
know?
is always caused by the messenger. The person letting you know that there's the problem is the one who caused it. They're definitely not trying to help you, and definitely not trying to make you aware of something to be fixed. They're just causing problems, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, women are the problem always, where they want to bring the apple.
You can't listen. Take your woman logic and get the hell out of here. We don't appreciate that here.
Yeah, we are the one that bring the apple, so it's our fault.
Imagine being called a feminazi because you were like, "Hey, misappropriation of funds?" Question mark.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh no. Okay, well, all
Yeah,
right.
and I really would
Huh.
love to I would love to the Bill come to your show, and
He's
and he
invited.
should. Yeah, well, he should. He definitely should. And I'm like, his answers are so lazy. You know,
My
you
favorite
really
kind.
cannot defend yourself. So I'm reading the comments in YouTube, and I'm trying to read all of them, but it's a lot they're writing. I'm
They're
not sure
having
if
a
they
whole
have
time
patience.
over there.
Yeah, and I'm trying to read them, but they are nonstop. I'm looking at them. They are. So I think he should answer a lot of things, and he should stop going around with technicism and answer the questions and the information that people are requesting, and the people Bill versus Barry. So
I would be so happy to host Bill versus Barry. Like, I would,
inventing someday.
please let me do this. I will pray to the leprechaun god.
Yeah, the leprechaun's god,
Oh,
please.
sorry. No, I need to pray. My bad. I need to pray to the penal their codes that they wrote.
Yes.
That'll do it.
For these tampons. Anyway, so
So, all right. So you sort of gave us a little bit of an opinion on working with David Silverman. Um,
yes.
so I'm gonna ask like in succession. So your opinion on working with Bill, good, bad, scale of 1 to 10.
So me and Bill agree in a couple things. Like, for example, Otis, he was holding two positions. He was secretary and treasurer the whole time that
Okay.
I've been there. And I suggest one of my suggestion on November or November meeting, it was that that position gets split. And I thought a person should not be secretary and treasurer because the nature of so important roles.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
nature of both roles, it should be roles that watch each other,
Yeah.
not a person doing that. And second, because he was not doing good job, because the IRS is not taken care of, and because the
Right.
attorney general thing has not been taken care of. And it was first suspended their good standing and now it's revoked. So people say, oh, it's been like that since 2011. No, it was suspended and now it's revoked. It's two different things. So good luck trying to get that back. Anyway, so me and Bill agree that Fatis should resign for one of them and choose whatever he wants. I literally told him, stay with treasurer or secretary. I don't care, but you should not doing two positions. Period. And you know what they say? The bylaws doesn't say anything about one person having two positions, so it's okay.
Completely missing the point. Entirely missing the point as to why that would be problematic. Okay.
Yeah,
It doesn't explicitly
exactly.
say that this is not. Oh no. This
Going
is
back to
like
the Bible,
Republican and Constitution.
going back to the Bible didn't say that you had to pay to the slaves, so I don't need pay to the slaves.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well,
So technically, that's here. If it's not in the
The
Bible,
Bible
it's okay.
the Bible doesn't say that I
Yeah,
can't
the
do
bylaws
this.
Bible. We
Bylaw
should call
Bible.
them AAI Bible.
Yeah, bylaw
Yeah,
Bible.
yeah, Bylaw Bible. That's the best name now.
Uh
BB.
so okay, so you agree with some things, but they were dismissive at best.
So I will mention with Howard, we didn't agree on anything. I think his leadership was very poor. It was disgraceful. It was horrible. I think he don't have any type of tact to lead in a position where you are handling a charity. So from the administration perspective, I think Howard should never hold that position. He was not charismatic. He never want to be on camera. He never want to promote anything. He was not bringing ideas. He was just wanting people work for him literally. Bill will be more hands-on, and he will, if he have to do something, he was obsessive with micromanagement. He is a person that don't think the volunteers will be capable to do things, so he will put too much load on himself. And Fotis is a controller. So, Fotis is a person that is, we don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about him. I don't even know what he do for work. This person is a mystery. We find out that he have accusations, criminal accusations in Greece. He was fired from Atheist of Greece, and that's all we know. So this person, we don't even know who he is, and he's been so long as a treasurer and secretary. I even wonder if they,
How do you have a group that's entirely based off of like their whole initiation was based off of skepticism, and you're just how does that even happen?
so we had to fire the guy from India because we have groups from India writing us that he was actually no atheist or something like that. That he was putting the names of people on risk by the Islam, and the Islam was chasing them. Yeah, that
Oh my god.
happened.
Oh, okay.
That
Sorry. This is
happened.
that you just dropped a bomb on me. So there was somebody working for AAI that had to be
The
removed.
director of India. The director of India.
The director of India for
He
AAI.
actually harassed me after that, begging me to be listened. And we got several letters and emails. And Bill had to investigate because they investigate everything. And the investigation, I don't know exactly, but Bill investigated, decide after a couple months they suspend him right away after the letters. But it took so long to Howard to take this serious. We got a letter. I think first was ignored. The second time we were like, we have to listen to this. And this person from India, this happened last year. This is not years ago. This happened last year. And this person, I just forgot his name. I think I just forgot his name, but he was the director of India, and he was actually exposing the people that we're protecting in the area, and this lady was being persecuted or chased by the Muslims, by the Islam, and yeah, it was very serious. I don't know what happened with the lady.
my
and this person
god.
got suspended. And this is the problem. I told them we have an issue actually, and I will say here, with this guy from Tunisia, that he was asking for asylum, and we were helping him, and then we find out that he was scamming women in Denmark. And I told them we need have to focus on have a criteria to identify these people if they really need help or not.
Yeah,
And
well,
that was what
oh
we should
god.
be working on.
Oh my
And
god.
that
Yeah,
happened
you
to
what?
me. It
Oh.
happened to me because I happened to me being on AI that this person result to be a scammer of woman, and we were trying to help him to get asylum because he said that they want to it's make extradition to him to Tunisia from where he was in Belgium or Denmark. I don't remember exactly where he was now, but we help him with some resources. But when we actually he was having attorney, the whole thing changed. And Michael Sherlock was helping me by that time, and these things happen. And it's because we don't have a system that filter these things. And this is why you need volunteers, you need focus on bylaws and shit that actually make
Oh,
this
what
thing
did the
better.
bylaw say about how to handle
No,
this
the bylaws are
situation?
only worried about feminists don't take over and woke.
Oh my god. Okay, so you've got
Yeah.
a situation where AAI, Atheist Alliance
Several.
International.
We have advisory member that he was with a warrant in the Interpol. And this happened last year too. And I have his name on Facebook. I don't have it handy too.
So
Because
it's just like 2020 AI just imploded.
so you have a system, and this is the problem. I'm not blaming on this to Bill and Fotis and Howard. What I'm pointing out with this that we have serious problems that we can't take care of because these three people are focused on micromanagement and covering up shit and covering wrongdoing and all the shit that they do and balance to feminists don't take over. And they lose even if they take over, they're not even doing a good job. Even if they're trying to save AAI, they're in the wrong pattern to save AAI. Even if they really want to save AAI from, I don't know, that's paranoia, right? When you want to save something from something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
Boogeyman.
they're saving AI from the feminazis and saving AI from the woke people, right? And I don't blame them. Sometimes woke people can be too crazy. So fine. But this is how the world it is. You have all kind of people, liberals, communists, socialists, democratic, and whatever.
Yeah,
But
you're international. You have to treat
you're
it as if it's
wasting your
international.
time
Yeah.
and you're wasting your effort to really taking care of things. So right now, I'm scared to help somebody because I don't know if he's gonna be a scammer or have a warrant or is a insider of the Islam,
Yeah.
right? And we should be focused on that. We should be working to prevent that. But no, we are worried. We are more worried about the next AGM
Well,
elections.
if you focus your efforts and your money towards education purposes and towards changing laws and instead of like just helping an individual because it looks good for PR, you're
Mhm.
gonna avoid the majority of these problems.
Yeah. And the thing it is that the people that you are hiring are administrators, no activists.
I feel like
And
I'm
that's
taking crazy pills.
and they don't have, yeah, me too, I should. They don't have when this is I talked with this the other day in the other podcast that I was on Tuesday, that you have administrators and you have activists. And I think John Hamill just pointed out AAI pretends they are international rescue for atheists, but they are just half a dozen people with laptops. And that's true. You have administrators, you have
They're
activists.
LARPing.
AAI don't have activists, they have just administrators. And that's the problem because when you don't have people out on the streets knowing the problems, really, you really can't relate, you can't
You lose
empathize,
perspective.
and you don't even know the needs because you are in UK in California behind a laptop trying to tell to atheists on need and danger.
And
you
putting them in
know
danger while you're at it because you're a lazy piece of shit, not doing your
yeah,
job,
exactly.
which is to put checks and
And you can
balances in
and
these places.
when a legit opportunity show up to help, you say no, we don't send tampons because there are no.
You just Kermit the Frog me right there. You're just like, oh no, that's none of my business. Jesus, what up? Oh my god! Like I knew it was
Yeah.
bad, especially after having Free Thought Profit on. And go to their blog, by the way. It's linked down below if you want to know a lot about sort of the insider information we've talked about. I talked to them a couple of weeks ago, so go check out that video, but as well as check the links down below to their website. But so, oh my god, this is just escalating. It just gets worse.
Yeah, I know they are probably listening to me and watching this because they're tracking me everything that I do.
That's not creepy.
It is creepy, very creepy.
Good job, guys.
I think they should be sitting down and make a whole, I don't know how you say that in English, comité, or whatever, a group of people that really work in a idea how to organize a no-profit, and then go to California and try to resubscribe your org. And when I say resign, dissolve, rebuild, or disappear, it's because it's no way to fix this. It's no way.
It's too late.
Because it's too late. It's poison from the inside to the outside, and it lose the north a long time ago. I think even before I was a director.
Yep.
And a lot of people say, well, but you accept the role and you were part of the board, knowing that, no, I didn't know.
Well, a lot of this information of how some of it is a degree of how could you have possibly, yeah.
When they invite me to help to bring together Latin America. Nobody told me that these people hijack elections in 2018. They invite only few people to their elections, that these people have all these issues with all these groups, that everybody walk out from them, that nobody want nothing to do with them. You know how long it took them to hire a North America director? 2 years. Since I'm a South America director, it was no North America. None. Now is when they actually hire somebody. None. North America doesn't have a director since 2019.
Oh, maybe they should hire the Canadian guy who works out of a 7-Eleven. John Hamill asks you a question for Shirley. Says AAI says only 30 of their 69 members were allowed to vote. How many of the 39 were from Latin America or Africa?
Only God knows.
Check the Bible. Check the bylaw Bible. It will tell you.
Check the bylaw.
Check the bylaw.
Check the bylaw. So with us, what happened with us? Last year, we didn't receive the email for the invitation for the AGM. So any of the group of Latino Americans, and this is 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And we told them, I say this already, but for the people that don't know, they invite other people, but they didn't invite Latino America. And I confront them and ask them why. And Foti say because he forgot at us in the email and he apologized about that. And I'm like, oh, you forgot the entire Latino America. Nice.
Just forgot.
So he forgot all of the 7 affiliates. But now he's writing on Spanish to them. So he's been improving. Before he forgot send emails, but now he's writing to them in Spanish.
Ooh, that Google Translate coming in hot.
Yeah, they're learning. So I guess I leave some legacy there. So anyway, so now, what they say has a maybe. It sounds like the AI is getting their business model from Scientology. Just the same thing, actually, like Mormons. They're more like Mormons, I think.
Well, they do seem to have that Mormon thing of going after anybody who leaves and trying to isolate them and keeping track of them after the fact.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I follow them. I will never trust anyone who suddenly starts speaking Spanish. So,
I'm just imagining the American elections taking place for the president of the United States, and oh, whoops, we just forgot about Florida. We forgot that Florida might want to vote.
Oh my gosh, we forgot Florida. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Oh,
And then
sorry,
next year,
Ohio. We forgot to give you your ballots.
following year, you send them an email asking for renew your membership first. And then hey, you can vote because you didn't pay membership.
Oh no.
And I'm like,
Got
oh,
him.
these people always send the renew membership of affiliates the month before the AGM.
I don't understand why
I thought
people
I thought it was in your anniversary when you actually became affiliate. And I'm like, wow, it's like a fiscal year thing. Interesting, right?
Mm. I get a kick out of that, like people that are clearly like that. They take on an international organization. They take on an international organization that's based on shaking things up and making like real life changes to other countries and affecting people's lives for secular and humanist directions, and they're so fucking fragile. How do you be so
Look at this
like
saying, well, they always forget Puerto Rico. And that's true. So I'm so used to that they forgot about us that I'm already like laugh about it. Yeah, I know. The Republicans and Democrats only go to Puerto Rico to the primaries to get voters, but then when it's the general elections, we never vote.
who?
I don't know. Maybe it's a Puerto Rican thing. They don't want us voting on anything. I don't blame them.
Oh no.
We always try to do the right thing, and we allow. That's probably why.
Mm. Well,
We
you
are
know
Puerto
what?
Rican cons. Puerto
Hashtag
Rican
not my president. I didn't vote for you.
cons. Not my president, but hey, I got this.
Hey, we're gonna get together, they'll leper cunts and make your own fucking
Yeah,
election.
I think.
Blackjack
Yeah,
and hookers.
We should make an alliance. Puerto Rican cunts and leprechauns.
There you go.
They're
The
the
Irish
word.
and Puerto Rico. Just
Actually, don't go far away. So the Puerto Rican helped to write the Constitution of Ireland. Look at that. That's
it
why
works.
it works, I guess. Yeah, I
It was
forgot
meant
his
to be.
name, but he helped. Yeah, he helped with the Constitution of Ireland, and he died in Dominican Republic, if I'm not wrong. Maybe
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
I'm
So
not
yeah,
brushed
he's.
up on my history.
Yeah, I don't know if it was him, but it was one of them that say that he don't want to be buried in Puerto Rico until Puerto Rico is free. So yeah,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, something like that. We are revolutionaries always, everywhere we go.
Yeah, it's shit disturbing. How
I
dare
know.
questioning the man? So we talked a little bit about Bill, and we talked a little bit about Gail. I think you mentioned you worked with Michael Sherlock.
Michael Sherlock is, oh my gosh, one of the best activists that I never worked before. I remember I didn't know Michael Sherlock before AAI. I don't know where I've been. I don't know anybody. I'm too in Latin America, I think. But I met Michael Sherlock because I left AAI. Actually, I didn't got there. And Michael Sherlock hear about me and he bring me back.
Oh,
Yeah. So actually I left because whatever crazy thing were
gee, I
happening.
can't imagine why. Who might have not wanted to.
Yeah. And when Michael Sherlock came back, he invited me again and he convinced me and I came to work with AI, unfortunately. Michael Sherlock's fault.
Thanks, Michael.
Michael Sherlock. And I got a coming call. And then I came back and Michael Sherlock, my experience with him is great. I think he's really hands-on. And he was the only person that will every week meet with affiliates. And that was not his
Oh,
job.
okay.
He was the executive director. I remember that anytime, any hour, he will make the work for them. He's
Mhm.
not a person, this is my time, daytime. No, if he was in Australia time and he got to meet with the Puerto Ricans, he will be on their time that they can't do it. He will follow up. He was really good following up, remembering things. He's a hard worker and he have work. He had normal work and I do too. And he will always take off his time to chat call, video call, and work and have things done. And I think he was really good following up on these cases of atheists on danger. I think he was really good on that, and he was really good with affiliates. And he have really good ideas, but the board make it so hard for him. The board always opposed to anything, and it was never helpful to him. And I think
He didn't
more
have the
than the
support.
thing Kant, I think the Kant's issue, it
The
was not really the
excuse.
issue. I think he was really having
Hmm.
a voice in the board, and I think they saw him as a threat.
Yeah.
I
It was
think
an
they saw
excuse to
Michael
get rid of
Sher.
him.
Yeah, that was an excuse to get rid of it because I can see him as a president with no doubt. And I know some people don't like him, but you cannot take him away how good leader he is because he fucking is. And I didn't know him. I didn't. I'm telling you. And I think he's really good leader, and I think he have the enthusiasm and the charismatic personality and the energy to handle what the job require, not what you think they should be doing, not what the work require. Because the president of an international organization that is doing their job, it require a lot brain time, and I think he was capable to do it. But I think they saw him as a threat, honestly, because he will tell them in their face when their ideas and I were stupid, and he was pushing for the data theft so strongly because he really thought that should be they should be being accountable for that. And they harm a lot AI. That's when the friendly atheists came against them. That's when all these other bloggers came against because they were hating AI because they bring David Silver. So all these people were mad about they bringing David Silverman for all the reasons that we already know. And then Michael Sherlock get targeted because that too. And it was like a image issue, and they was trying to just get rid of all of them because the name of David Silverman came up for be the president of North America. In Mexico, believe it or not, were really advocating for having as a North America because Mexico groups were advocating to be part of North America. And Fotis didn't like that because Mexico is part of North America.
Well,
People
yeah.
believe it or not. Yes, but no,
Geography.
for Fotis is South America. So yeah, because they speak Spanish and we eat rice. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
he missed the
Sure.
geography class.
Hmm.
So they leave the position of executive director vacant until now. It never had anybody had the position again, and really sad. Two great talents. Even if people don't like them, you cannot deny that they do great job what they're doing. They are probably one of the two best atheist activists advocate in this world.
Actually do things.
Yes, they actually do things. They do crazy stuff maybe on social media in life, but
Yeah.
nobody can take the talent being a leaders. So fuck them. They want people to say the opposite. So I really think that and then Jason Sylvester is another person that has been there helping and just get along with whatever they say too, and he's like more like a spy around. But I think the three people wrongdoing, it was Fudis, Bill, and Howard, and they make the decisions and they just filter what is they think is good or not. The rest of the people just comes and goes. Andy was the regional director of Europe. He quit in months. He was really good. He was trying to do podcasts for them, and he got tired of no resources. Tina was handling the ASN, which is the program to help people in danger. Tonoi took over that because she actually raw, and I put that out. She actually wrote, is very frustrated that I need help and nobody's answering me a email because
Yeah.
I need help with this people and the resources didn't come. Me and Rosie was the social media director, and she's actually Puerto Rican too. We were trying to advocate for her to get more fundraisers, especially just for that, for her projects, so she don't have to ask for money to them, so so they generate their own money. That never happened.
They could allocate to her and then let her do what she needed to
Yeah,
do.
we in the board, yeah, because we three were women, our boys never was here, honestly.
Well, women
And
can't handle money. There's
yeah,
only X amount of money missing because of the other person. I don't know.
yeah. So it was honestly really hard to work with them, and other than that, the rest of the people just comes and goes. It's like not
A
really
revolving
nobody's.
door.
These people that are right now saying we're gonna move forward and make and rebuild AI. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. They're gonna make you go do TikToks and YouTube and podcasts, and when you're not doing that, they don't need you anymore because they will never take the lead. I'm telling you.
It sounds like it's already pretty much burned to the ground, and they're not actually gonna. It's. I've seen things that have good ideals fail because of incompetency and the entitlement that comes along with the idea that this belongs to them and they're in charge.
Yeah, and they normalize the wrongdoing. They did.
Well, it's the ends justify the means, and what we're doing is right, so it doesn't matter what we actually are doing.
Yes, because it's in our Bible.
Right, yes. The bylaw Bible. The bylaw Bible said it was okay, or didn't say it was wrong. We can't think for ourselves. We need our bylaw Bible.
Exactly. And it is not going to change. So another thing they say, well, people or some affiliates are saying, well, but what you want that they disappear, then what are we going to do? Nothing, because they're not doing anything. It's not really.
They weren't doing anything anyway. Don't pretend like you were doing something when that person was there.
Yeah, they're not. They can send.
There, right?
They can pay $500 for the tampons. They can send $2,000 for the roof. So really, we don't need them. If you want to help people, just do a GoFundMe and help them. Seriously.
I mean, yeah, you'd be better off. Like the AI isn't bringing like good PR with it anymore.
Yeah, I say this already. They invite us to the United Nations to talk for 3 minutes. I think it was, or 1 minute. 30 seconds. I don't even know. And Howard never wanted to public the video. We never saw the video. We don't even know if he did or not. And he refused to show the video. He refused. I'm like, why a president that talk to the United Nations and produce a video? They never show it to even to the board.
Yeah, that would be a huge benefit to the group to be able to
Never
promote
want
that.
to. And we told him to let somebody else to do it because he just can't do it. Something like that. Seriously, who want to watch him? Nobody. We suggest somebody else to do it. We suggest somebody else with better speaking. We suggest David Silverman actually and other people that it was nothing to do with AI. We thought that we need somebody that's good speaking. And to go there to to highlight all the things that we need to highlight in that little time frame, because if you have 30 seconds to expose your point and represent all atheists, those 30 seconds need have to be fucking awesome. And you really don't want somebody with 75 years old saying, yeah, atheists need secular rights, and yeah, we have secular rights. We just need to enforce them.
Oh,
and
boy.
And really, if you have a president that is not even willing to share with their board the job that he got done, what are you gonna trust on them? So you lose all the respect, you lose the loyalty, you lose everything, because I'm not gonna be loyal and I'm not gonna be excited to work with somebody that it doesn't trust to show us his work that he's doing representing us. And that's very serious. I take that very serious.
That's like the president of the United States being like, yeah, I went to the Paris Accords to go talk, but you don't get to see it.
Yeah, exactly. I did a press conference, but nobody was allowed to go.
Nobody was allowed to go. The press wasn't invited.
And I mean, and when I say to these people that are new, hey, this is systematic, right? This is systematic. Can you search it, please? What systematic means? It's just difficult to change it. It's not one thing that is wrong. It's not about go to California and resubscribe AI and everything's gonna disappear. It's not that.
Right.
If you have the same people behind the scenes managing, and they say, no, what is your idea to transition? Then just pass the passports. like Nugent, Michael Nugent told it earlier to Bill, like the presidents do.
Yep.
It's a group of people of transition. They transition everything peaceful. If they do everything peaceful, why you worry about problems?
Right.
If we vote this bill meet with the new board, emergency board, elected by the affiliates, why you're concerned? You're
But those
supposed to be
affiliates in another country might vote for a
for a
feminazi in America. Oh no.
Yeah, they're gonna send tampons to Africa. How dare you sending tampons to Africa?
That's not God related.
That's not God, yeah.
I don't like this is as much as we're laughing about it, everything about this is awful. Like it's such a good concept that's just been totally undermined. People who have done good work and all their good work has been undone, if not completely squashed by negligence at best, if not intentionally. And people doing good work are getting shit on for no reason.
Exactly. And this is the thing. When they asked me why I resigned the day before, because I was giving them until the last minute to change the shit that they were doing.
Right.
And that's their answer. That's my answer to them.
What?
Yeah, why you wait the last day? And I'm like, because I couldn't believe the shit that you were doing. And I will give it you. And my groups of Latin America told them, fuck them. Why we don't need them. Another thing, I asked for a scholarship for Peru. They were asking for one scholarship and they denied that too. And I'm like, why you're tax exempt? I don't know. They never tell me why. They just say no.
Of course not. Why would they, be transparent about their reasoning about something?
I don't know. They just told me no, like a little girl.
Oh.
No $5 for your tampons. Sorry.
No
That's how they
scholarships
work.
for you, Peru.
Yeah, I wasn't asking money for me. I was asking they send money to Peru so they can cover the scholarship. They actually write a proposal for that.
Right. I mean, that's how
Yeah,
that
they
works.
did. And I had to say to them, they deny it.
Oh,
But
right. Well,
hey,
because they want to make you do the dirty work of telling them no.
exactly.
They're
Exactly.
not
And
gonna
now
do it
I actually had to do the dirty work to say, hey, they apologize for not invite them to vote. I'm sorry. You're paying a membership, but you can't vote because they forgot to add you to the emails. Sorry about that. Next time. And the next time happened.
Something about representation without taxation.
That's what it is.
Question for Shirley. Did you hear the new audio of Bill today? Apparently there's new audio out.
I did. So he admitted that he only have one group attending the AGM on 2018. And now he said that that's not true, that he have a lot of participation.
Oh boy. It really sucks when your own words turn around and bite you in the ass.
Maybe they have amnesia and I'm accusing them of stuff.
Oh, you know what? Maybe you're just hysterical. You're just a crazy woman. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm a crazy feminazi and
well, that's why you like people like that's why you're totally fine with getting along with someone like David Silverman because you're a feminazi because that's a group of people he aligns with, right?
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to invite. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should invite David Silverman on?
I'm pretty sure that he will accept it.
I've talked to Silverman before, and like I don't agree with all of his takes, and he knows that, and I think he expects and wants that. So I could bring him on.
Told him that I say that he should be in your show.
Oh, I got an endorsement. Michael Sherlock got a ring endorsement from you. David Silverman.
Michael Sherlock too.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to make Michael Sherlock sign an agreement like AAI do.
Oh, all right.
To not say bad words.
I'll come up with I'll write up a give me some crayon and some construction paper.
Yeah. Because John Richard say he is potty mouth.
You're not allowed to discuss this stream after it's over. NDA, and the D is backwards.
Exactly. Or you're gonna get fired from the world.
Oh,
you
oh
know.
no, I'm canceled already. I've only had like what 7 episodes of this show. Is this turning into a mini series of like the implosion of AAI? Oh boy. What do you think about that the online atheist community hasn't really picked up on this too much? There are big names out there that haven't.
So this is really funny. So for me, David Orenstein said, "Oh, you only have 3 likes on the post that you did against us," and
Oh right. Oh, the likes on my post.
I'm like, oh, the likes count, so maybe nobody's listening to
That's
me.
how
But hey,
ethics works.
that's how ethics work.
Now he cares about the number of people voting. Okay.
Yeah, he told me that. I'm like, oh, so it's not about what I say, it's about who see it. Okay. But then, but now Aaron writes asking me what's going on. Oh, that's shitty. And now they're worried writing below him saying that giving answers, that's not true. That's defamation. That's this, that's that. They're just worried about the public opinion all the time. They waste their entire working time on correcting and covering up to look good.
Only
And
to
they forget about
only to Americans though.
Yeah, to Americans, exactly, because nobody cares. Yeah, nobody cares. And again, ask to yourself why they didn't have a North America director for 2 years. Nobody cares about them here.
Mm.
Nobody cares about them. They're irrelevant. They lose their moment. And
Oh
they're
yeah.
just making it worse for themselves.
Yeah,
They're
that's a
just
good way to
making
put
it
it.
worse. And they were worried also how they were worried they don't want feminazis to take over. They say this explicitly, actually. I'm not joking about this.
Yeah.
Um, um, but they were worried that it was enough women on the board and no black people. So that's why they want to bring the people that came now, because they were worried about the board doesn't have a black people, the board doesn't have women. And I'm like, ask yourself why. You're a bunch of white old dudes trying
Talking
to
down to
be diverse.
everybody because you think you're in charge and you know what you're doing because you're old and white.
Yeah, exactly, the privilege.
Oh boy,
So,
I can't
so,
wait to invite one of them on so they can condescend to me. Hooray!
so, so I thought I think about it. And I'm like, so really, they really want to bring people from other cultures to look diverse, or because they really want to make this diverse?
Do you want to look right? Do you want to be diverse or do you want to just appear to be? Are you performative or are you active? And they come off as performative.
And I don't have the answer for that, but it's a good question. Cheers.
I put rum in this, and I'm so glad I did. I wasn't. You've
Yeah,
dropped
so
some bombs like right on my head, and I'm just like, well, this is my life now. It's
yeah, but
fantastic.
definitely, you should invite Bill.
Yeah, for sure. He's more than welcome to come on.
Invite Fotis too. But for
Mhm.
Fotis, like 3 hours because he talks so slow. And then Howard, invite Howard. He get mad really quickly, so be careful with him. He
Ah,
get
all
upset
right.
so quickly. Yeah,
I've been
Howard,
threatened before. It's fine.
he can send you to hell really quickly. He don't have patience for women. But yeah. I can't be fired. I took videos, so there are only white feminazis. Hey, I'm white and old. Behave.
I love chat. Thanks guys for coming. Thanks for lurking if you're lurking. Thanks for chatting if you're chatting. Thanks for supporting. Membership, Patreon, all that good shit. Find me on Twitter. There's some shit up there. Find Shirley at her Twitter over there. I think we're about ready to wrap up. Because that's
Yes,
a lot of information to process just in such a short
I
amount of
know.
time. And
I know.
I was planning on having a discussion in the future. I've got Christy Santiago lined up. I've got the Free Thought Prophet guys, and I've got a guy named Trolley Dave who works on philosophy, works on answers and reason. And we're going to have a panel discussion about the role of atheist activism and what it should be on a local and an international basis. Do you have any thoughts on that?
That sounds great. If you need me, invite me. I will be more than happy to come over.
She's gonna come back. Oh, this is gonna be a couple panels. All right, everybody. We're gonna. Do you have anything you want to plug before we take off?
No, just my YouTube, Kitana Malina, Twitter, Instagram, all of them are Kitana Malina, all my social media, so you can find me and go read the comments by yourself that all these people brought to me and then be the judge.
All right, yeah, go check out the information down below. It is linked. Her Twitter is right there. You can find her links also there. It's at the same name. This has been great. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the ringing endorsement. I'm gonna brag about it now. I'm gonna be emailing Michael Sherlock saying, Shirley said that you gotta do this thing now.
Exactly,
And
even with the disclosure.
yeah, we'll write him up an NDA. And yeah, thank you everybody for coming, as well as come by tomorrow and go look at the video that happened last time when we were talking with the Free Thought Profit guys, because that was a fantastic show in and of itself. So if you're interested in more and a little bit more of a breakdown of the election problems, feel free to go check out that video. And I think that's about it. So yeah, I'll catch you guys. I'll be on tomorrow talking about Amber Heard stuff. But
thank you.
Everybody say bye to David and who else is watching? Howard and Bill and Jason. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you. Take care.